So now we're going to set up our front, top, and side view. I'm going to sharpen my pencil. I'm seeing, this happens all the time with most of my students. When you are drawing construction lines, remember, construction lines are drawn very lightly. So you just drag your pencil and you barely see it. So the difference between a construction line and an object line is how much you see it, or like how thick it is. So like this is an object line, so that's an object line, so you can clearly see it. But a construction line is going to be usually really long and barely noticeable. So you don't, they're so thin and not noticeable that you don't even need to erase them at the end of your drawing. They can stay there. But if they're too dark and too thick, then they can be mistaken for object lines, and that's not good, especially if you send a part to get manufactured. Okay, so on the left side, you can do this about 3 boxes over from this line. So I'm going to go 3 squares. I'm going to make a construction line, and I'm going to do that from the bottom. I'm going to go 3 up. This is just, it doesn't need to be 3, but it can't be on this line. It can be 1 up, it can be 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, 5 up, depending on how many dimensions are going to go underneath it. 3 for this type of object works. So now I'm going to use this corner to draw the surfaces of this object. So that's the front face. I've decided that that's going to be the front face. So if I'm looking at the object in this direction, that's the front face. Okay. So I have to draw this, which is going to be, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 4 tall. It's going to be a little guy here. This is a little multi-view drawing. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's too wide for this section because I'm using the same scale here. So what I just drew here, this rectangle is this rectangle right there, that rectangle. Now I need to draw this rectangle right here. And that's going to be 2, 4. So that's also going to be 4. 4 over. It's too tall. Okay, so now that's the front view of this part. There's a surface back here. So this surface right here, we don't see that on the front view. So we have to pretend we're Superman and look through that part and see that edge by making hidden lines. So that's 2 in. So a hidden line is going to be a dashed line. For a little part like this, you should have about 4 dashes. 4 nice dashes, just like that. Okay. I'm going to now draw the side view. So this is the front. If I were to draw this, that's the side. If I'm looking at it from the top, that's the top. Okay. So I'm drawing this surface, this surface, this surface. So it's basically going to be 1, 2, 3 squares that are 2 by 2 with a hidden line representing that surface. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over. And this is going to be 4 long by 2 tall. So this is width. What I'm drawing now is height. This is height. Width. So I know that that was 4 long. I'm going to draw this object line. Okay, so this is the side I'm drawing. So this square and this square is this square and this square. Now I need to draw this square above it. And there is my side view. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, there's a hidden edge back here. Why isn't it shown here? That's because object lines take precedence over hidden lines. So if this object line here is overlapping with the hidden line, the object line is the boss. The object line has more precedence. So it's more important to show the object line than the hidden line back here, which is why we provide a front, side, and top view, because in the top view, we'll be able to be like, oh, there is that side there, and also the isometric shows that there's a side there. So the top view is going to be this. All right? So this is the front, this is the top, front, side. So that's how you move the parts. Okay? So side, front, top, ISO. So this is going to be the same length, except it's going to be 4 tall. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and then draw a line that is 4 units. I just messed up. I meant to say that I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up. The bottom of this is going to be along that 4, okay? Because I need to draw this square. So I'm going to start by drawing that square. That's a 2 by 2. Okay? I'm going to draw this square, this, and then this rectangle. Well, this L shape. I don't want to break it up. I stopped there because if I were to line up the width, then they all need to fit together. And there's the top view. Let me make sure this is a nice object line there. Okay, great. So this is front, side, top. Okay, so top, front, side, isometric. So that's the basics of multi-view drawings. If I wanted to take it a step further, I would add the dimensions. You'll learn that later on. We're not going to do that in this video lesson. Please move on to your workbook problems. There will be lessons provided for some of these. The rest you'll have to use the skills that you learn in order to create them. So after you completed this lesson, turn this in as multi-view video lesson. So title it multi-view video lesson. Multi-view video lesson with your name, the date, period, and your name. Turn that in, and then move on to problem 1-3, which is your next video lesson.